You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Naselli on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. You guys could definitely not hear that. Look at my hair all over. John has my hairspray in his Tesla.
Yeah, I got the same problem.
Well, it wouldn't be a Festivus, Rusty, without you here.
Hey,
it is Festivus.
Joy, happiness. Hey, I like this sign so much that you got this.
I keep it, man.
Yeah, I know. I watch your podcast and I see that sign and it makes me feel good. Because it's just a representation of everything I do.
Well, man, we're coming up next week. Telling the audience I'm taking a few days off and going to relax. But brand new shows. I taped 27 interviews in 3 days. And going to be talking to Amy Ellick and Erica Harris. We mentioned you a couple of times in the litter pickup and the trash bill and the things that could be coming down the pipeline that they're still working on. But also, I mean, you just had a busy year. I mean, we had State's Attorney Hayne on a couple of days ago, and we're just kind of chatting it up too. But I mean, man, where we're at in the season is we're looking at 2025.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, man. Since I've been here last, I've just been busy. Be honest with you, I haven't really had the opportunity to listen to a lot of your podcast live.
Good. Seriously,
I've been listening to it, when I get an opportunity. But yeah, I met with all the mayors in the area. The exception of a couple mayors, East Alton and South Roxana. They chose not to take me up on my opportunity or
like
my invitation to talk. Or
do they actively say no, or do they just
didn't return my call?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just didn't return my call. But what I have been doing is talking about some various different programs.
Where'd you get that shirt?
Oh, you like that? A friend of mine gave that to me.
I'm
for
not
Christmas.
even being. I'm sorry. It just caught my eye. That is a
gave me for Christmas. I'm pretty hardcore, about some issues, and apparently they know that. So.
It's okay if you just. I got to get one. I'm picking a shirt up. That's brilliant, man. That's freaking brilliant.
Yeah, what does it say? It's okay to disagree with me.
I can't force you to be right. That is brilliant. That is 100% brilliant. So, what was the point of reaching out to the mayors?
Well, I had a couple programs wanted to work on. I've been for the past 3 years, I've been going around collecting pumpkins after the holidays.
Yeah, you told me about this. Yeah,
and I thought, well, why not just see if we can create? I looked up, there's an organization called Scarce.org up north in Chicago, and they do a lot of harvest recycling type of things. Mm-hmm. And so I thought instead of me doing it, maybe I could reach out to Wood River Township, and they could go pick up the pumpkins where I do.
Right.
And I'm talking about uncarved, unpainted pumpkins. And so then I thought, well, I'll take it a step further. I had some other issues I wanted to talk about, but so I went and met with all the mayors. And I think Wood River Township's already instituting. I know Tom Stockup said that they're going to open that program.
Has he been having some It seems like you guys are really kind of at least having some conversations about just helping out and what you can do to.
Who's that?
You and Tom. It seems like it's going well.
I love the snot out of Tom.
Being serious, it seems like you guys really have a good rapport.
I want more participation. I get very. I get upset when I get lack of participation. It's not because they are ignoring me. It's just because I think my needs should override everybody else's. and that's okay. I'm not going to stop. They have their needs. I have mine. But Tom is a good guy. He actually comes out. He actually cares. In fact, I went to the board meeting, the Wood River Council meeting the other night to speak about that about that chain gang crap. Someone saying it's a racist organization. And Tom come out and volunteered his time with me to help me, and he was attacked for that.
That's not right.
Yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into that.
Well, no, but I am glad that what you do, though, is in life right now, people are not. They don't want to start conflict because when someone starts accusing them of something, they kind of just turn and look the other way. I'm not going to argue and waste my breath. But it's good that you took the initiative to at least clarify that, because people, I think, sometimes in life now are comfortable because they know that no one's going to call them back out on accusations they make.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you have to at least raise an issue by saying, no, we aren't doing this. And I not to patronize you, man, seriously, but it's good that you do at least.
I'm very thin-skinned, man. I'm not a politician and for that reason. I mean, talk to Amy. Talk to Amy Elk. She just had the audacity to ask me a few questions about this pumpkin program and about chewed her arm off.
Oh God.
No, in a nice sort of way. I love her. I think
good,
she's
yeah.
a wonderful person. But no, I just think that there's a resource. We're throwing all these pumpkins away into the landfill. It creates a tremendous amount of methane gas, and it's a viable resource for the animals that
Yeah.
don't have any food source in the winter.
Well, it's good food source too.
Oh yeah, it's a natural dewormer for animals such like deer or cows. The problem is that the farmers can't necessarily take donations because they have so much money invested into their products. Where the wildlife, they're in February, they're scrounging, man. There's no food source, so the pumpkins are a viable resource. You could set them out, the squirrels will get into them, the birds feed off
That's
of them.
really cool, though.
Yeah, and you take it a step further, the gourds are becoming so popular, the big green gourds. They're 90% water. They're a little different than pumpkins. Pumpkins are much meatier. The gourds are 90% fresh water. So why not just leave that deteriorate in your backyard? I mean, you want fresh groundwater? Well, there it is.
Well,
You know?
honestly,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm not saying it. If you're just going to throw it away anyway.
That's a good point. What the hell, you know?
Don't let it go to the landfill.
Right.
That's a viable resources
and
that are
the
out
thing
there.
is, though, people always talk about, say, protecting the environment or recycling. This is an active way to do something that's helpful because you're
Yeah.
right. You don't want those pumpkins sitting in there.
It's litter related. It's something I see, and I started doing it just because of out of friendship. Well, it evolved. First year was like 20 or 30 pumpkins. This year I picked up over 300 pumpkins.
Really?
300 pumpkins, yeah.
God
And
dang,
it
man,
took me
you are
about 2
moving.
hours to do. I just posted on Facebook, put your address, put the pumpkin out by the street. I'm not picking up any uncarved, and I picked them up. I made it to I pick them up the day after Thanksgiving, which the carved pumpkins typically go out of style right after Halloween.
I would say
And
so.
I don't want no part of that. But the people that keep their pumpkins to Thanksgiving are typically unpainted and uncarved, and so those are the ones I wanted. I picked up 300 pumpkins.
That's really good, though.
A lady named Linda Sternman. She's a retired lady that worked with me, and it was just wonderful, man. We just had a good time. We had a good time.
That's really cool.
So anyway, I took it that step, and I started counting. I just talked to Mike Babcock, township supervisor, and he was like, "Hey, I think we could do that. Can you come and talk to the township?" And yeah, and I talked to Tom Stockup. He said I went over and talked to Gary from Bethalto, and he kind of, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
It's a good and too for the cities though, and those mayors. It's good to have people like you because it makes their job a little bit easier because you can add fun incentives like this. Like that's great to have.
Yeah, I think the mayor of Malden was excited at first. He's like, "Hey, I want to get this guy. He's running for election, obviously." And so I guess that was the intent. I thought maybe this guy can give me some good publicity, but that went south. And
I hate to hear it.
I'll talk about that later. But a couple of other things I was wanting to talk about with these mayors, and not just mayors. I met with Senator Harris.
She's doing a good job.
Yeah,
They both
Amy
work
Slusher,
hard.
Chris Slusher and Amy Elk. And I was so happy because I was able to get all three of them at the meeting there at one time.
Really?
Yeah, which is very difficult to do. Get them there all three at one
Well,
time.
no, I think that's very important. Though, did it go well?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, Chris sent me a note a few days later and told me that he really appreciated it because it gave him some different ideas.
Yeah.
And a couple of these ideas are, they may not work in all areas, but one of them is, for instance, a lot of the trash I find alongside the road is because people can't afford to pay it to get rid of it. It's like $80 a truckload if you take it to the dump and to the landfill, no matter what size it is. I think it's like $80. So people are often confronted with issues on trash. They're moving out or whatever, and they have trash to dispose of. And there's no resource to do that. We have resources for low-income people for food, housing, electricity, and but we have no resources for them for trash. Now, some cities do have it twice a year pickup, and they have city pickup that's included, like Roxana and other areas that's included. But other areas it's not, and people have to make a decision, pay for their food for their kids, or chuck this stuff on the side of the road somewhere. And often case that's what it is. So I was hoping that maybe they could take a look at that. We're paying for it one way or the other. County is, we're picking it up on the county roads, and I find a lot of stuff. And the reason I say that is because I find some bags. You can tell these are conscientious people. They just don't know what to do because they're taking the time and effort to store these 30 or 40 diapers full of waste, and they put them all in a big bag, and then they're taking it and set them along the road. I think, why are they accumulating 40 of those? That's so many. Why aren't they just chucking them 10? And they get about 5 or 10 of them. And the only conclusion I can believe is because that's not what they want to do.
Right. Well, and too, I mean, that's a good point that you bring up because mine's not really the trash because trash comes, but my thing is, especially this time of year, what do I do with all these huge ass boxes. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like you can't. They don't like
you're
when you
very
just
limited.
They
You're very
don't
limited.
want you to throw those in the trash can.
Yeah,
People
right,
do it all the time and
you
get in
can't
trouble.
recycle them if they
No.
have any food material on them.
Well, so it's like, I mean, that's kind of my question is I just wish there was a bigger, like, large box, you know, dumpster I could just throw them in downtown or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah,
just seems
and
like it's
that's-
counterproductive.
Yeah, whatever program they have now, I applaud them. But my efforts are, there's got to figure out another way. Because the people are being forced to dump money. If you ever drive down Moreland Road outside of Bethalto, you'll see chairs and stuff. What is happening is even the landlord is stuck with somebody that moved out, left a bunch of furniture. He can't afford to continue to take this stuff to the. So oftentimes you see this stuff like 4 and 5 chairs at a time. You think, oh, man, where did that come from? I mean, I can't see an individual dropping on 4 and 5
I
chairs.
just wish we had a damn camera to follow you to find some of this stuff.
Oh, it's interesting.
I'm telling you, man.
I find TVs, all kinds of stuff. The material I find, in fact, I sometimes I find money. I never keep it because it's so filthy and deteriorating and stuff. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Oh my God!
But that's another thing. And another thing I talked to the mayors and them about, like for instance, Denise Sparks. She won't pick up a trash can full of paper unless that in a trash bag.
It needs to be bagged.
Yeah, it needs to be bagged.
100%.
I followed just for the heck of it. I followed the Republic trucks around, and they have that arm comes out and picks it up, and it drops off the trash in the bed of the truck. And there's all kinds of loose paper and stuff streaming down. And I thought, man, there's no way that's going down the highway. At some point, that's going to exit out of a crack or a crevice somewhere.
Well, and see, that's a good point. And I've been kind of going back to that bandwagon a couple of days now is, you know, Republic should not be picking those trash cans.
And that's what I talked to Senator Harris about and Chris Slusher, specifically in Madison County. Republic is getting away with that, and they're just and taking a step further. I watched I was watching the trucks that come out from SIU. SIU is one of that they have a tremendous amount of paper products.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah,
there. And you watch them. You can get on the overpass on Old Alton Edwardsville Road.
Mm-hmm.
You could be above those trucks as they're heading towards 143. And the roll-off trucks, they're notorious for having bad tarps on them. And so inevitably, you see a lot of trash along 143 and those islands around SIU exit. That's because that trash has come from SIU on the way to the landfill.
And my thing is, I would have no problem if Republic says, "Listen, if this happens, you're getting fined on your bill or something." Take back, make your consumers accountable because it's tough on a trucker or driver that I get it because your paper company just don't pick it up. And then the first time it happens, you get a warning. The second time, you're going to get charged. The third time, you're going to get really penalized. And then you're going to have to face more action because this is ridiculous. Put a bag your trash.
Well, that's what I'm hoping that they could take a look at that. Chris Lusher is going to take a hard look at all these things, but implementing what Denise Sparks already does, in Sparks Junk and Trash Removal Service, what she does already is what I'm hoping that Republic will do as well.
Well, it needs to be.
Force Republic to do it.
The same thing that gets me all burnt up is seeing those darn loose pizza boxes flying out of them.
Yeah,
drives me crazy. Put them in a trash bag.
To go around, man. That's
Goodness,
for sure.
great. But put it in a trash bag.
Yeah, so those are the few things I talked to him about the trash bags. If they could institute a program where like for instance, Roxanna and some places like they've already got the trash services in there.
Yeah,
and everything.
Yeah,
but so the least people can do is make sure they bag it up.
Well, and that's the thing because it's not on. Someone shouldn't have to chaperone you to just do the right thing, and if you can't handle
the little things that make a difference.
100%.
Just tying your bag secure makes a big difference. Double tying.
Well, and you've come on and we've had the kind of silly conversation about what's the best bag to use, and it's like I had to say it because nobody. It's got to be.
There's so many different variations, little bitty things, and it's just a matter of thinking. But those are some of the things I talked to him about: the Harvest Recycling Program, low-income trash, bagging, and the last thing was Earth Day. I'm doing Earth Day this year, Madison County Earth Day, but I'm trying to do it a little differently. Each town does their own thing, or I would like them to encourage them to do their own thing. On a small scale, for instance, like Godfrey, I was talking to Mayor McCormick. They could have a little get-together out there, 10 to 15, 20 people, pick a particular area, a pond, an avenue, a block, just go out and attack that area, and then maybe possibly have a little picnic at the park, water hot dogs and potato chips, for the people that participated, just showing a little community effort. Anyway, so with Godfrey doing that, and then Wood River doing their thing, and Bethalto doing their thing, we could advertise that all under the umbrella of Madison County.
Well, and I think that's a really good thing. And hear me out here. Why not do it where you incentivize it a little bit and say if you have any city fees that are pending, if you maybe you have $50 in a late fee somewhere from the city, we'll come in and volunteer your time and we'll kind of waive it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to get.
Absolutely.
I think that'd be kind of a good thing.
There's a lot of things you could do to get ahead of the game as far as volunteer service.
Wonderful.
That you can get your things going like that. But my hopeful is like I mentioned with the pumpkin program. And in Madison County, they have 31 locations where you could take your Christmas tree and drop it off to be recycled. They have no place where you could take your pumpkins.
Really?
So my goal is to have 31 locations next year where you could take your harvested gourds or pumpkins and take those to be. But with that said, I'd like to have that same umbrella with a flyer showing that what's going on in each individual town. Alton, this is what Alton's doing for Earth Day. This is what Bethalto's doing for Earth Day. And that gives the people in Wood River an opportunity to participate if they want to, or if people in Bethalto want to participate in Wood River's event. And it's all... it's very, very difficult to get everybody from all the communities into one location to pick up trash along the highway, or like I've been doing the past 2 years. It's a good deal. We get a good photo shoot. We do a good representation of the people that are interested in helping the problem. But I feel that what we really need to do this year is get the more community can become involved if more towns and townships would take the ball and run with it themselves.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a big problem.
So I'm trying to coordinate. Well, I've got a gal from Bethalto, Amanda
Wynn.
Amanda Wynn.
She's a good lady.
She is doing the Bethalto. She's going to coordinate
cool.
Yeah, coordinate their Earth Day events.
Really
Earth Day falls on the middle of the week this year, so I think an Easter comes to play on the weekend. So it's going to be a little different, but I'm hoping that people like Amanda in different parts.
It's
I know
a good
Wood
thing
River
to
has
do.
Christine. I don't know if Christine would do that. I know she does her own little business deals, but anyway, that's what we talked about, and I had a good meeting, but staying busy, man. I met with everybody, stayed busy, had like 7 or 8 meetings, and met with the Edwardsville Environmental Committee. That was cool. They gave me gifts, man. Did
they really?
Hand carved nutcracker, and it's amazing. Some of these people
are they lobbying you, Rusty?
I don't know. Those people are what I can call liberals, man. They're educated liberals, and they're not my kind of people. I wish them the best and everything.
I think it's cool though. Seriously though, that you can work with anybody.
Not the Sierra Club.
Oh, that's true. Well, we'll take a quick break on that note. We'll come back with Rusty. We're talking trash at 9:37. It's Festivus.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
And the new one just begun. And I'm so happy Christmas. We hope you have fun. The near and the dear one. The old and the young.
Hey, welcome back to our daily show. Rusty Wheat back in studio. So you've taken some action, Rusty, against MBI. They destroyed a safety cone of yours.
Yeah, I started protesting Republic Services. I've got big signs out. And when I pick up trash, I post them out there. I said, boycott Republic Services. Hold them accountable, make them do a better job.
You're right. And you have every right to do that.
Oh, it's very simple. I mean, I'm out there picking up trash that falls off their trucks. Most of it does. So it's very simple. So if I'm out there, I'm within my right to protest. I'm not that hardcore. I was protesting a little bit in a different way, but this is pretty effective. And I'll be honest with you, the very next day they sent eight Republican workers out there picking up trash. So, I mean, the very day after I was protesting, they sent 8 workers out there.
So it was effective.
I think it's a victory.
But you know what? I like the fact that they at least acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Give them some credit. Because I take a lot of shots at them, but I mean, that's really cool.
I think they want to be better neighbors. It's just that the bottom line is forcing them not to be.
Yeah.
The powers that be. Everybody's looking for a better return on investment.
You know what? It's the beast.
Yeah.
It's the machine that's the enemy. It's not the person.
I just try to remind them that there are people out here that are affected by this.
That's a really good thing, man.
Yeah.
It's a good way to look at that, too.
Yeah, and we're not going to win. The landfill's not going anywhere. They could just be better neighbors. They can be better neighbors. So I'm out there being a pain in the ass to them all the time, man. Letting them know that we are out here, we live out here.
Hold on. I got to admonish you because they said I got a phone call. They said you didn't say Rusty when you let Rusty curse. You didn't say anything, so you can't say ass, Rusty.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes I get carried away. Like I said, I'm not a politician. I never will be.
It's just funny because I really did. Someone called and I said, "Hey, man, I love genuine people, and I think Rusty's just a very genuine guy."
And I'm very passionate.
Very passionate.
If I upset you, then.
But you know what? I think it's funny. Not funny. I think it's amazing because when we think about cleaning up the environment of and I don't want to say stereotype, but just the people that are activating for it and being promoting cleaning things up. We think of maybe younger people that are maybe a little bit kind of like me, longer. But you're the kind of conservative. Hey. That's just it's a non-political issue. You just want to keep the damn roads clean. Yeah. I love this, man.
I'm a hardcore conservative.
I love it.
Have very, very hardcore conservative values, but that's got nothing to do with trash.
That's why I like you, man, because you don't let it come through.
No,
it's just you,
no.
And I think you do a good job. So you had to file a police report against the safety cone.
Yeah, just recently I looked down and one of the MBI drivers was crunching my safety cone. He was smashing it, and there was no reason to do that. I set my safety cones out only to mark where the trash bags are, so IDOT will know where to pick them up. And he took it upon himself to smash it. And the only reason he did that is because I had my protest signs out there. But so I went ahead and filed a police report. And, I had to file a police report on MBI driver before for assault. He came a little too close with me in the truck. And luckily I was videotaping the whole thing. And the police kind of saw it my way and called MBI. And evidently he called, and make a long story short, he called me and apologized. So that was the end of that.
The guy that tried to fight me never tried to apologize.
Pardon me?
The guy that got out of his truck and tried to beat me up never tried to apologize.
Well, maybe you're not connected on the track.
That's right.
I am, buddy.
I don't have the Rusty Wheat connection.
The police get pissed at me because I call all the time, but I'm just had it with them. I'm going to, when enough's enough's. And,
well,
I'm not saying they get pissed at me. They get aggravated because I put myself out there. They view it like I'm antagonizing and causing this situation, but I'm not going to sit back and let them decide what my neighborhood looks like.
So Well, and the thing is, too, I think it's really good, though, that you're at least honest about, but because you're on it. But it's not like you're antagonizing them, because you're really just doing a thing that you've been doing for a long time.
Let me tell you something. When I met with each one of the mayors and everybody, my first thing I say is I tell them my method of operation. I said, if I see an area that needs to be picked up, I will call it in. And if you don't react to it, I will go out and clean it myself, and then I will embarrass the hell out of you. And that's my motive. And I tell them that right up front. And your public works director and everything, because I just expect to hold them to a higher level.
Well, the thing that's bothering me, and to me, I feel comfortable talking about this now and not in January, because the Consolidated's coming up, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm like throwing political things out there. But I take my dog to Northside Park in Alton because he's a freaking diva and cannot go to the bathroom in his own yard. He's got to go to the park. It's just a weird thing for him. I acknowledge it and I go. But the problem is, Rusty, it's so dirty over there now. It's making me sick.
Yeah.
I mean, and I try to do all I can. I mean, I pick up the things I see that I can touch and know that are safe to touch. But we're talking broken bottles. We're talking syringes. And the thing is, it's like now it's becoming a safety issue, because I don't feel comfortable taking my dog somewhere where I have to worry about him cutting his damn foot open over broken bottles and kids playing on this playground equipment.
Right.
I mean, and I'm not trying to get hot about this, but I mean, it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, at some point, what are our priorities? Just recently, I've come out of the closet to tell you I have a disability, and my disability is I can't feel my facial muscles.
Wait, what?
I have a disability that I cannot feel my facial muscles. I had a surgery a few years back.
Not being funny, or like, you're serious? You can't?
Oh, absolutely. And from my nose down, I can't feel my facial muscles, so consequently, I can't smile when I want to. Now, inadvertently, it does smile periodically, but it's not a voluntary thing. And so I look mean and menacing all the time. Is because I can't.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I don't tell anybody. I haven't. I just recently started telling everybody, because everybody thinks that, man, that guy, he looks so mean all the time.
He's an angry guy.
Yeah, and if that's what it takes to get the job done,
you know what?
I don't mind
it's good that you acknowledge, at least let them know, because I didn't know that about.
Yeah, and I don't say it. A few people, my friends know and stuff, but it is aggravating because it is difficult to smile when you're taking a picture. You look like a crackhead or whatever, and that's not the image I want to project. So, but the reason I'm saying that is that I don't know when people view me what their impression of me. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I do about 20 hours of physical community service work a week. Write endless letters and appear before meetings. And I mean, I did 3 evening meetings last week just for people that are just, if there's one person that wants to know how they can make their community better, I will go there.
To be honest with you, you were the most asked about guests when I'm in public. Believe it or not, be a recurring guest.
I get people all the time that.
But the thing is, with it's so unique because the people that love you. Oh my God, I love when Rusty comes on your show. But there is a couple of times when someone goes, that Rusty Weed is a little different. I go, you know what? But he means what he's saying, and that's why he comes on the show. And that's seriously what it is, because people hear you and they go, well, what do you think of him? Like, he's great, because what you see is what you get. Yeah. I would much rather know the person and not have to guess whenever you leave the room on if he likes me or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I look at things.
There's a Bible verse, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
And that is so true. Yeah. That is so true. I don't mean to, and I tell the mayors that I don't mean to project, say this is what you ought to do.
Right.
I'm just saying that these are the things that I've come across while I pick up trash, and I only say that because I back up what I say I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I put my time in, and I encourage anybody else to do it, and I challenge anybody to do more than I do.
Well, and see, that's where the thing is, you put your money where your mouth is. You aren't somebody that's just saying, we need to fix this, sitting on your couch posting on Facebook. You're actively working it. Yeah. I mean, you're doing it.
Hey, I seen how it worked for Trump. You know what I mean? You go out there and you talk about the things you do, and you continue to keep talking about it. Some people are not going to like you, but they understand what you're trying to accomplish. And that's so. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Before I let you go, so you met with every mayor, but you didn't meet with East Alton and South Roxana, and you did meet with the Alton mayor, but nothing really going to come out of that for now?
Well, I did not hear back from East Alton, and I did not hear back from South Roxana. I made 2 calls to each one, and I did not hear back from them, and that's up to them. They probably got other irons in the fire, and they didn't feel like me. But Alton was a total disaster. I don't want to get into this
No, and I don't want to dog it. If it didn't go well, it didn't go well for you.
It's just that the man the current mayor has no imagination, and you would have thought, first off, he was 30 minutes late. He showed up 30 minutes late, and he treated me like I was trying to sell him insurance. All I was doing is offering I wanted to know, I offered my services to help clean up a road as soon as he crossed a bridge. If you come across Missouri and you cross that bridge, I called the Public Works Department 3 times, and I never got a response. Only to volunteer my services. I didn't want to go over there if that was not their jurisdiction.
Yeah, no, I
just
get
wanted
you.
to find out how I could help.
Well,
Because
and
it looks like hell over there.
Well, and by the way, and that's why I'm glad you didn't go on. Because you even told me you're like, I don't want to dog anybody,
No,
anything. It's just it's good that you let people know that you did try to help.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do. When you approach a mayor and you just ask him, how can I help? And he treats you like you're trying to sell him an insurance policy. It was just terrible. I left there. I never wrote a mayor before and told him how terrible the meeting was, but I did him.
I'm
and
sorry
I
to
don't
hear
have
that.
any anticipation of working with the current mayor. And how sad is that for the people of Alton?
If he were to reach out and say, "Hey, I heard things that you weren't happy. Let's try this again," would you pick up the phone at least and listen?
No, I think I'm done with the current mayor.
Okay.
He treated me like no one else has, and
I
don't need that. I'm a volunteer.
No,
I don't need that.
I can't
I
follow.
hope the next mayor is a little more open-minded. I'm not trying to sell them an insurance policy. I see a road that looks like, that it could use some work, and if I can go out there and do it, I certainly will. If they're busy, I understand that. They got more priorities.
I just hate to hear it because I really do, and that's not I know that we're getting close to April, but I hate to hear that a relationship never flourished or developed because you could have done something cool, and I just hope it does,
I just
man.
got the
really
impression
do.
I was patronized and being used as an opportunity to
I'm sorry it didn't
for
go
his
well
political
for you.
career.
I'm sorry it didn't
I'm
go
hopeful.
well.
I don't know any of the other candidates. I didn't even know Mayor Goins. I never.
So
met
you have
him
no
before.
stake in this
No,
game.
no,
Okay,
none
that's
at
good to
all.
know. Not being funny,
None
but
at
that
all.
is good to know
None
for
at
my
all.
audience.
I have just as much stake in this as I do with Alto or any other town.
That's good to know.
I just wanted to reach out because I see areas that needed to be done, and when I brought it to their attention, this particular area needs to be cleaned up. Is there anything I could do? First thing they said is, "Why did you pick that area?" And because there's trash on the ground, I don't know.
I can't get. Okay, Rusty, thanks for this is amazing. But Rusty, when are you coming back next year?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh man, I'm not.
Hey,
I'm
it
not a
wouldn't be
hateful
festive.
guy.
No, but it wouldn't be Festivus without you coming in and airing some grievances, Rusty. This was a perfect time segment.
Yeah.
But seriously though, in all reality, I want to thank you for at least trying to clean up some spots and around the community and all you've done to pick up the literally tons of trash you've done this year. I would love to talk with you before Earth Day for sure. Hopefully sooner.
I'll be coming back. Like I said, I'm under advice of State's Attorney Tom Hain to come in here and talk as much as I can and promote. He's a fond listener.
Friend of the show.
So, yeah,
Friend of the
show. Hey, who am I to argue with the high official in the land?
Well, just give him somebody else's license plate
Hey,
number,
do I have
Rusty.
one more plug and opportunity?
Go for it.
I recently, the assistant state's attorney liked my talking trash shirt so much that now he has one.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, and very soon I hope that the state's attorney has one too. And the way I look at it, it's a uniform so they can get in, and if they get into a discussion on trash or something, and I like
it, man.
Yeah,
That's
I like
cool.
That. I like it. It keeps everything in forefront.
And I'm kind of a little bit right. I guess I have an airing of grievances because I was one of the select few that had one of those shirts, and now I'm not so damn special. I have my own talking trash shirt.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
God dang.
I don't know what to say. Maybe I'll start marketing it. I want to give a plug to B&B Custom Gifts.
They do a good job, don't they?
They did these talking trash
They
shirts.
do a good job.
Oh, the assistant state's attorney loved it, and the office coordinator tried to confiscate it. It's Republican red, and it says "talking trash" across the chest, and so they love it, and I'm pretty proud of that.
There you go. Hey, Rusty, always a great time to see you. Merry Christmas to you, man.
Merry Christmas to everybody, and tell John happy holidays.
We'll talk again at this next year.
Yeah, I'll be back.
How about that? 9:54, a little bit of change on this Monday morning. It's the 23rd day of December, my parents' anniversary.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, you two. We'll take a quick break, come back with more of my rambling after this.